I hope you had as much fun yesterday as I did. I got in the car with a shovel and a bucket and drove up to the reservation and stole some land from the Indians, and then came on back and had some turkey and crab. But of course that ends that particular holiday, and now of course it's time for the big one, the birthday of the little fat Jewish kid. And of course, here's how it all came down. There was a woman named Mary, and her husband's name was Joseph. And he'd been working out of town for over a year, and he came back, and he noticed that Mary's belly was like out to here. So naturally he said, hey, honey, we haven't done that for over a year. I hope you got a really good reason why you're that way. And she said, yeah, Joe, I do. Let me tell you about it. I was laying in bed one night, and all of a sudden I heard a noise, and I woke up, and I saw the whole room was like just lit up. And there was this old man with a long gray beard, bare-ass naked, but hung like a horse. And of course I screamed, oh my God! And he said, yes, that's who it is. And if you would just assume the missionary position, we can get going on this. And, Joe, this was the biggest one I'd ever seen in my life. He was 2.5 times bigger than you. So I couldn't resist. I said, oh yeah, let's do it. So he climbed on, he threw his beard over his shoulder and then climbed on. And they did the thing. And then, of course, after it was over, he got down and told her that, here's the deal. I want you to name this little boy Jesus. So she said, okay. Well, now Joe, he said, well, that's a hell of a story, honey. And I'll have to believe you. I love you. I believe you. But the Jewish rabbis and the Jewish merchant people said, bullshit. No goddamn way is that God's kid. I just don't believe it. But there's one part of this story that we like. We see a tremendous potential merchant situation here. So we want to go ahead, and if these believers in this little fat Jewish kid thing, if they want to go ahead and continue to do this clear up until the year 2011, we're perfectly willing to sell them shit. And basically that was what happened, and that's why we now have Black Friday and buy all this shit to celebrate the birthday of the little fat Jewish kid. And I got the light, so anyway, all you religious people, and the place must be full of them because nobody laughed about any of the other shit. Anyway, see you in church. Bye.